officially in the car and she fell over.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the vlogs. I'm getting ready for a Dodgers game tonight and today is July 4th. I thought I'd do a get ready with me while I am getting ready to the game. Even though I'm wearing orange, I am still supporting the Dodgers. I was planning on wearing a blue sports dress, but I don't know what happened to that one. That one I think just got severely stained. I don't know what the deal was with that. I haven't even worn that dress and it already had some strange red marks. So I was not very happy with that. So a couple weeks ago, I was doing some research on what I should do for the 4th of July. Now, my family and I, we typically never really have solid plans for the 4th of July. Sometimes for the 4th of July, we'll go to these public events that the community will set up where there's like drone shows or fireworks, something like that. But this year, I thought I would shake it up and I did some research. And I've never been to Dodger Stadium ever, even though I've grown up here in LA my entire life. So I've always been curious about what it's like to go to a baseball game there, since I've been to Petco Stadium and I also went to the T-Mobile Stadium years ago to watch a Seattle Mariners game. And I think it was between them and like the Houston Astros. So after doing some research, I found out tonight that the Dodgers are going to be playing against the Houston Astros. So this will officially be my second time getting to see that team play. Now, I'm not hugely into baseball. I love going to sporting events because the environment is just so fun and it's just so unreal getting to see people cheer on their team. Like, the atmosphere is really amazing. I thought I would do some research just to get to know more about the stadium and more about the team. So last night at 1 a.m., I was doing a deep dive on the history of Dodger Stadium, and I had no idea about this. I'm not sure who else knows about this, but I know that there have been many videos done. So you're getting the memory of somebody who researched all of this at 1 a.m. last night. But basically, what had happened was I think it was like the Chavez Ravine. It was actually home to many Hispanic and Latino families. And so they already owned affordable housing there and they owned all of the land and their homes and all of that, whoever lived there. And I think people who are still alive that were from that area were born in like the 30s, were born in the 30s, 40s, and possibly 50s. During that time, LA was trying to redline that area by not allowing people to move in or to basically just completely try to shove them out and buy out their land at a very, very cheap price. And so during this time, they basically wanted to build public housing, public affordable housing for people, which was really confusing for the community considering they were already there, they had affordable housing, and they had already owned the land. The Dodgers were actually a part of New York. And there was this guy, I forget who his name was. He wanted to build a baseball field. I think it was in Brooklyn or somewhere in New York. And the city didn't want to give him really any support on that, no public funding. And so he heard about this land would be clearing up for him so that he could build a baseball stadium there. So he worked with the LA, I think, government or / officials, and basically was able to get public funding for his baseball team to build a stadium there. And they were just kicking out everybody from that area. And some people, they sold early because they were intimidated by him, by the LA officials, like the people who worked for that guy. And so they ended up selling their land really early. And then some people who were really tied to the community and didn't want to lose their livelihood stayed and tried to stay for as long as they could. And so Eventually what happened was they ended up just kicking people out of their houses and getting the police to drag people out of their houses and started bulldozing immediately. And there was like this one family who just persisted on for so long, and understandably so. They did not want to leave their livelihood. They did not want to leave their home, but they ended up getting dragged out by the police. And this was like a televised thing. There are photos on the internet and everything remembering this point in time of history. LA officials and the guy who wanted to build the baseball stadium ended up getting their way, and finally all of the people from that community ended up having to move out, left it, etc., etc. So then 3 years later, I think it's 1961 or 1962, I think it was 1962, they finally opened Dodger Stadium, which is now currently home to the LA Dodgers. So the reason that the Dodger Stadium is such a conflicting place to go to is because of the way that they treated the Hispanic Latin community. Excuse me if I don't remember the details correctly. I will correct myself in the description or in the captions. But basically, people feel really conflicted about supporting the Dodger Stadium because of the way that these LA officials had treated this community. And at the same time, they've also really highlighted the amazing things that the Latin/Hispanic community have done. It's been a place to highlight the excellence of what these Hispanic/Latin baseball players have done. And I don't remember exactly the baseball players because I'm not a huge baseball person. Maybe my mind will change after going to these events tonight. But yeah, that's basically what happened to that place. And I had no idea at the time of buying these tickets. So part of me feels kind of conflicted to go, but also at the same time, it really has been a place to highlight Hispanic excellence. I think Dodger Stadium was the first stadium or baseball stadium, I don't remember, basically first of its kind to introduce like Spanish subtitles and Spanish captioning. So in that sense, is it good? Is it bad? I'm not sure. Dodgers can be part of this. Astros just did so much. Ohtani's on second base. There are finally two Dodgers on bases. First Dodger game of my life, and the Dodgers lose. That's it for the Dodgers game. I'm back home now, and I was looking up the Dodgers versus Houston's game tonight. And so the official score is 18-1, Houston Astros winning. And apparently we witnessed history tonight where the Astros handed Dodgers the largest defeat in Dodger Stadium history. Crazy. Oh my goodness. I think I'm gonna have to watch tomorrow's game now. So my dad and I are at Home Depot and we're trying to get screws for my floating shelves. My eye bags are really severe today because I finally fell asleep at 4:30 in the morning against my will, but it looks like I'm also gonna get some command hooks to put over my light switch so I can cover it. These look pretty good, the clear ones. I'm amazed at the sheer amount of different types of screws are in this aisle. What kind of screws are you looking for?
Like this, for the drywall. And then the back expands out, so it will grip them.
Oh.
Where's the screws?
They're right here.
Let me see.
Here. Okay, so we're back home now, and we're finally gonna put the shelves up.
Too big.
Oh shoot. Okay, I guess we're gonna need to go back to Home Depot. Oops. So our problem is that this screw head is just slightly too big, and it's supposed to just fit and slide in like easily, but it needs to go in like at an angle. If you drill it into the wall, it just won't work. RIP to my favorite hair clip. It completely broke when I was trying to just clip my hair up. Very sad. You sure it's this one?
Ding, 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 ding.
Because I'm really hoping to not come back a third time today.
This should be fine because this one we got.
Okay.
You look at this screw. The head of this is a bit smaller. You see?
Yeah, it's a bit smaller. Okay. We're home, and the screws, yeah, it fits. Before we left to go to Home Depot, I was watching the Silverstone GP, and I heard Nico Hülkenberg finally got on the podium. In all of his 239 races that he's done in his career, he has finally gotten on the podium. Insane. Congratulations to Nico Hülkenberg. Crazy. I want to line it up to the left of this. Yeah. Let me see. I had a picture of it.
Have it right here.
Yeah.
It's probably okay.
I think maybe higher, because I'm doing it according to the chair. Yeah. I think. Yeah. What do you think about that? I think that looks pretty good. I feel like people will be able to see the cars if it is a little bit lower. So maybe a little bit lower, Dad. So there's issues with having the boards side by side, which sucks because I tried looking into longer boards, but then they go to like 44 inches, which is way too long. So my only option was to get those little 11-inch wide boards and then try to put them side by side. But the only thing is that there's a gap between both of them, so they're not gonna look right. They're not gonna look flush just because my wall isn't perfectly flush. My dad's suggestion was to have one board there or something, but I'm kind of dead set on 4 because these are all of the Lego items I want to put up on there, and maybe even a couple more cars, but not sure. Yeah, okay. So I guess we're just gonna do one board today, and then we'll just see. I'm gonna build one car, and then we can get more of the look, I guess, really understand the physicality and see how many boards I need. But I bought 4 and I already unboxed all of them, so. Okay, so we're gonna put up a second one on top, but I need to research how tall the car is, the toy car, before we officially drill it in. On Lego.com, it measures 1.5 inches high, 6.5 inches long, and 2.5 inches wide. Wow. These 2 shelves are up now. I'm thinking about doing a 3rd one just right here, depending on what I need, because I still have 2 more boards right here that I could use. No, we're not gonna do the 3rd one yet. I think I need to sit with how these feel first, even though they're kind of off to the side a little bit. Okay. I'm hoping this is gonna go well. I don't know if this is too high, because now it's kind of out of frame and I'm pretty low in frame. So essentially the reason why I haven't built any of my Lego sets yet, even though I've had them for a week, is because I'm still doing research on the drifting video that I'm really interested in doing. And while I'm writing the script for the drifting video, I want to actually do all the talking points while building Suki's car, because the Fast and Furious franchise has been one of the most notable movies / pieces of media that have brought drifting to prominence and has had so much influence. And the anime called Initial D, which I may or may not be getting those Lego pieces really soon. I'm hoping they're gonna go down for Prime Day this week, so we'll see about me purchasing them, but I currently have 4, and then I also have the 2 F1 cars. These are the 2 I have. One Ferrari from 2024 season, and the McLaren also from the 2024 season. I don't know when I'm gonna build these either. I don't know if I should do like a building video and then having talking points with these, or just have them built and in the background, so TBD on that. I just finished taking a shower and doing my skincare, which is why my face looks so shiny. I thought for tonight's activity, I would finally build this Lego set. I'm doing a short or like a reel. I'm doing a reel on this and just what Suki from Fast and Furious really means to the racing community and just women in general. So look out for that soon. I think I'm gonna be filming that this week. Yeah, and I'm gonna be watching Too Fast, Too Furious, where Suki is featured in the film. Got one more thing. Oh my gosh. The pink is so beautiful. It's like a fuchsia. It's so exciting. Look, you can even see the windshield and everything in there. I called the Peterson Automotive Museum this week to see if Suki's car is on display, because I heard it's displayed there. But apparently it's in the shop right now, which I heard it's quite frequently in. So I'm just gonna check back soon and try to visit the Peterson Automotive Museum whenever Suki's car is on display. So one criticism that people had was that the pink on the car doesn't match the pink of the stickers, and they're totally right, but It's not too bad. I think this one's definitely a darker pink, and then this one's a very like white-based pink. I don't know if this is in focus, but these are her pants. All right, there we go. I finally focused. Look, you can even see the back of her shirt. Her whole outfit. So iconic. This is what I just assembled. It's looking really good. So it looks like the back of the car is done, or getting there. I didn't put this sticker on that well. It looks a little crooked, just a little. I think I just built the engine. Oh my gosh, I just put on the gear shift. I love all the different colors that Lego included and all the parts that you end up not seeing on the car. The seats are officially in. The steering wheel and the little speedometer is just amazing. Suki's little Panasonic monitor. Look at the interior of the car. It's so beautiful. There we go. That's a little better. Both side panels are done. Suki's officially in the car, and she fell over. Suki's finally on the shelf.